Hey guys, so I'm going to be explaining the Kaplan score. So I tried to find a lot of videos to explain how to accumulate your overall score because when I took the test, the lady said that my score was not the final score, that I would have to wait 24 to 48 hours. So I just want to let you know that there's an easy way to find out your score before you actually find it out, like through the counselor or whatever. So I'm going to give an example. So this right here is my correct score. That's not the actual score that I got. So I had 91 questions. Some people have more, some people have less, like 80 to 100 questions. I had 91. This is my math section. So I had 24 out of 28 correct. So we're going to do math for it, right? So you see you have reading, math, writing. These are the only three that they're counting. They're not counting science. So if you fail that, that's A-okay. They're not counting that. So reading, you might want to pass the science though, because like science is still important. So don't just go and fail it because you think they're not counting it. For my school, they didn't really count science. For reading, math, and writing. So for math, I got an 85%, which is 24 divided by 28. That's 85. I had a 59 in reading percent, and I had a 57 in writing. So what you would do is, as you can see, the numbers, the questions are right here. It goes from 1 to 28. You're going to take how many you got correct. So I have 24 correct. And then you're going to divide that by how many questions. So you're going to divide 24 divided by 28. That gave me 85%. You're going to do that for each category. So I think for reading, I had 23 questions. And for writing, I had 21 questions. So I think I had, in reading, I think I had 15 right out of 23 or something like that. You just do yours and you divide it like that. Then you take that, so it's 85 plus 59 plus 57. You add that up, that equals 201. Then you divide it by 3, which will give you an overall of 67%. Now for my school, for dental hygiene, I need a 64% to pass. And I got a 67. So that means that I passed. And if you don't believe me, here's the proof. So as you can see right here, the Kaplan nursing score, right there, 0.67%. And that's higher than I needed to pass. A lot of people, some people got higher than that, some people didn't, but you need a 64% to pass, and I got a 0.67. So that's how you do, like, accumulate your score to find out exactly if you pass the Kaplan test without having to wait for your counselors to send you a video. And not a video, send you confirmation that you passed. But a lot of videos that I did look up, they are overcomplicated and everything like that. So sometimes they would tell you if you pass, sometimes they won't. Like, it's just a lot of videos you have to go through. And it's this list that I found. I'm going to insert it right here. So this is the score list. As you can see, I had a 62, which I would have a 98.3% of passing, which I did pass. The lower your number is, of course, the lower it is to pass. This is the test site, and I think this is the practice test. I think so. I'm not sure. I forgot. But I did have a 62%, which gave me a 98.3% of passing, and I did wind up passing. All I can say is for the Kaplan study, the Kaplan study guide for the science section, do not go off the book. The book explains things, and they put a lot of information that I personally do not think that was in the Kaplan test. I studied since 2021 until 2024 to take that test because I was so scared to take it. I did also have to take my prerequisite classes so that I can be able to take the test. So that was part of the reason why it took me so long also. But I can say that one student, she gave me a Quizlet link. I think I could put it in the description. That literally had all the test answers on it. I'm not saying you can't cheat, so there's no, like, this video is not about cheating or whatever. I do say just study that. Study that, use that as a study guide to take the Kaplan test, because the Kaplan book did not help. Math and reading was super easy. They had some questions in the math that was literally like, what's 355 plus 600? That was literally easy. The reading, it was like when Timmy said this in a passage, what did he use to follow up after that sentence? So it's like, if Timmy said the apple is green, what did he use? What other sentence did he use to follow up? If that makes sense. And you would go in a passage and you would take that sentence that he literally said, like the apple is green and tastes yummy, and you would say, he said it tastes yummy. And that's the answer. Like the reading and the math section of it is super easy. So I would say don't stress out about that. Focus more on the writing if you have issues with grammar and stuff, which I kind of do because they ask you about semicolons and stuff like that, and commas, and just where should you take these punctuations out and stuff like that. And I have a little difficulties with that, so I will say study more on the writing and science section than focusing on the reading and math. Reading and math is pretty easy. They give you a calculator on the screen so that you can know, like you can literally type in the whole question on a calculator and you get your answer. So yeah, I would say study more on reading and science. They did not, like in a Kaplan book, they have for the science section, they have anatomy and biology. They have what is it called? They also have physics. Physics is not in the book at all. It's not on that test. Well, it is in the book, but it's not on that test at all. So don't even bother looking at the physics section. For me, it wasn't on the test. But you might want to skim over it because everybody's test is different. But what it seems like what I had with the girl that was in the class with me, we had the same test. So it wasn't on there. I asked her, did she have physics? She said no. So that wasn't on there. There's a lot of stuff in that book that it's not even mentioned on the test. Like literally, they give you a whole section of it, and I'll say half of it is not even on that book and on that test. And it's only 21 questions in the science section. So yeah, look on YouTube and everything. Look at Quizlet. I will definitely link the Quizlet section of the science thing in my description. But yeah, I hope that you pass. And this is for the nursing entry exam. I don't think I mentioned that.